everyone, it's Melanie and welcome back to Living Luxuriously for Less, where we celebrate, decorate, and enjoy everyday life for less. In today's video, I am so ecstatic to be bringing to you a total classroom transformation. I hope that through this video you find inspiration for your classroom if you are a teacher. I've been thinking about this project the entire summer. So before we get started with today's video, I want to take the opportunity to thank Cricut for sponsoring today's video. They are doing teacher classrooms all over America, and you guys, Cricut can come in such handy as a teacher. And so I chose to honor one of our local teachers here. He was a former pro athlete, very, very down to earth. He absolutely loves sports. His son is actually playing right now at a college, and so he wanted to do a sports-themed classroom, and that is exactly what we're going to do today. So I'm going to start with showing you guys what the classroom looked like before, and I will share a few Cricut projects with you along the way, and we'll do what the classroom looks like after. I hope you guys enjoy.
Okay, I'll be looking for a room that's going to be fun, something that's going to capture the kids' attention. They've been out of summer and a lot of them went to virtual last year. Something that's going to just capture their attention and come back so that when they come back to school, they'll be eager to learn.
So here is what the room looked like before. I absolutely love this classroom. It's a lot bigger than the previous classroom that we were in. He was initially a second grade teacher, and now he's a grade math teacher. So I was so excited about all of the potential that this room offered. Now, we purchased this rug at Lowe's. He actually had it from the previous year, and it kind of gives that AstroTurf feel, but it's a lot softer. So I would say it's a mixture between carpet and AstroTurf. So one of the things that I wanted to do was that I wanted to create a football field since he wanted to have a sports themed classroom. And so with that being said, we took the measurements of the field. The length of it was 15 feet and the width of it was 12 feet. So we decided to measure off in 15-inch increments for the width of the field, using the first and last one as the end zones. And it measured out perfectly. So that worked out really well. In order to create the lines for the field, we used electrical tape and a yard ruler, which made it a lot easier to facilitate that aspect of it. Now, when it came to the numbers, I knew that I wanted to use the Cricut. And so, by having that straight line already in place and using the Cricut to create the numbers, it was definitely going to give me that realistic football feel. And so I want to show you guys what it looked like once we got the field entirely lined off. So once we got the field line, we went back in and we added the hash marks and the yard line and the yard lines in. Telling me all this because you guys know I don't know anything about this, but we did want the football field to look as official as possible. So this was not 100 yards, so you have to use your imagination in terms of how we marked it up. And so once we got the yarn extensions in, it was the life for us. We knew next that we needed to go ahead and add the number. So here is what it looked like once we got that done. It looks so real to us now. So for the next part, I had to pull out my Cricut Explorer 3. I knew that I wanted to add in football numbers, and so I just went into my canvas and I uploaded an image and football numbers, and these came up. I absolutely loved them because they had the little football mark in them, and I wanted to cut out the numbers for the sideline using them. So I decided to contour it so only the number would cut and not the actual football threading aspect of it. And we were able to get them all cut. It was so super quick, and then we used our yardstick again to make sure that all the numbers were even as we added them down the field. So once the football field was completed, I wanted to start on the organizational aspect of the classroom. And so for the back bookshelf, I wanted to provide some bins for different books and kind of categorize them by the subject. And all of the cutting materials and things like that, I wanted to place in a different place. For the windows, I just thought it would be super neat to add in the black and white striped vertical curtains, kind of like a referee, because you have a referee in all sports. And so I just thought keeping that black and white striped theme throughout the room would be very helpful. For hanging the curtains and curtain rods, we used the command hooks, and they worked really, really well. And I just felt like they add so much warmth and texture to the classroom as well. Next up, once we got all of the shelving units in place, I organized all of the books in the different bins that you see there, and I will later go back and label those using my Cricut Explorer 3. And so I wanted this to be kind of a fun tailgate area where they could hang out and read books, and just kind of enjoy themselves on Fridays once they behave really well throughout the week. So inside of the little bowls will be tailgate snacks, and they can either watch educational movie on TV and or they can read. So I thought that would be really neat. Now, Mr. Sears or Coach Sears went through each desk and made sure that all of the desktops were sanitized for his classroom as well. So the theme for the entire school this year was a growth mindset. And he was challenged or tasked with coming up with a way to incorporate or merge both his personal classroom sports theme along with the school theme. And so he came up with the slogan, Ready, Set, Grow. And I absolutely loved it. And I think this was probably one of my favorite projects for the Cricut, because I can remember when I was in school searching for letters for days on end, because you were limited to so many letters in the bulletin board pack. And so by using the Cricut Explorer 3, I was able to create the title for our bulletin board with no issues. I was able to customize it the way that I wanted it to be customized, and cutting it out was so quick and so simple. It was just absolutely too easy. So here is the bulletin board in the back, and I am going to go ahead and start adhering the letters onto the bunting banner that we have here. You can also create one of these with your Cricut as well. All you need is a little cardstock and use the images that are already provided in the Cricut Design Studio. And I mean, the work is just so super simple. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love was this new bulletin board paper. It lasts forever, and it was just so cute, and it just kept with the entire theme that we already had going in the classroom. So Ready, Set, Grow is the theme for the year. I just love the way that it tied in, and I love the fact that I was able to use the Cricut Explorer 3 in order to customize it to his personal needs right away. After seeing everything that the Cricut could do, he was so ecstatic about what Cricut had sent to him. Here are just a few of the items that they sent over in his goodie box. And I wanted to create a kind of like a creative shelf near his desk that he could house all of his Cricut materials, his cutting materials, his printing materials, all in one area right next to his desk. And so that is exactly what we did for this area. So again, thank you so much, Cricut, for sponsoring this classroom and enabling teachers to create beyond a pack of bulletin board letters and just the minimum things that teachers are given each year in order, to create and decorate their classrooms for students to come back. After our students have been out for so long, it's just so imperative for us to welcome them back in a classroom that they will absolutely love. And so the last and final touch that I the classroom using the Cricut Explorer 3 were the cones. And you guys know that the cones are all along the football field. And so because he wanted it to be safe, each student will have their own cone. The cones will be used. They're all numbered according to the student's personal number. And if they needed a hall pass or if he needed to call roll, things that they would normally share, they will have their own personal cones that they will be able to use throughout the day. And so I just thought that was such a neat way to customize the desk for him to easily see who was present, who wasn't present, and if they needed to go down the hallway, they had a hall pass. Just so many different uses for them. And again, I used the Cricut Explorer 3 just to customize them with the numbers on the front. And so the font for the numbers on the football field, along with the numbers on the cone, and all of the other things that we customized within the room was the exact same. So here is the final reveal of the room. I hope you guys enjoy this. Please stay to the end and tell me what you think about this classroom makeover.
Yes, I think this is awesome. This really will capture the kids' attention, and capturing their attention is very important in regards to getting them to learn, and that's the most important thing that we're going to do. They'll be able to come in on a football field. They got the basketball goal, the soccer, volleyball, whatever sport you want. I just want to teach them that you have to be disciplined on and off the field if you want to be a successful student.
So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video and found tons of motivation and inspiration for decorating classrooms, whether you're decorating a classroom in your school or in your home. If you would like to add a Cricut to your creative toolbox, please be sure to check the description box down below. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and be sure to let your favorite aspect of this classrooms down in the comment. I will see you guys down in the comments. Until next time, it's Melanie with Living Luxuriously for Us. Cheers!